White House held a briefing yesterday where we heard yet another excuse for Biden's awful debate performance.
Our chief White House correspondent James Rosen was in the briefing, and he's got more on what the press secretary had to say. Hey, James, good morning.
Emma and Sean, good morning once again to you. Karine Jean-Pierre, the White House press secretary, said yesterday to reporters in the press briefing that President Biden has no intention of stepping aside from the 2024 race and has not given any thought whatsoever to resigning his office. Then came last night's session in the Roosevelt Room with Democratic governors and some participating remotely. It lasted a little more than an hour. And then a little after 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Governor Tim Walz, Democrat of Minnesota and chairman of the Democratic Governors Association, led two of his colleagues to the stakeout position on the White House driveway on the North Lawn. Walz spoke first, emphasizing the perils of a second Trump term, and then stating rather non-committally where Mr. Biden was concerned that the meeting had focused on ways to win. Then came freshman Governor Wes Moore of Maryland.
We always believe that when you love someone, you tell them the truth. And I think we came in and we were honest about the feedback that we were getting. We were honest about the concerns that we were hearing from people. And we were also honest about the fact that as the president continued to tell us and show us that he was all in, that we said that we would stand with him. Because as Governor Walz said, the president has always had our backs. We're going to have his back as well.
Governor Kathy Hochul of New York, who has sometimes been critical of the Biden administration in its handling of immigration and the southwest border, put an even more emphatic point on the message.
President Joe Biden is in it to win it. And all of us said we pledged our support to him because the stakes could not be higher.
That left Governor Walz as the only one of the three Democratic governors who approached the reporters after this critical meeting who hadn't yet said anything positive about President Biden or his place atop the Democratic ticket until this reporter posed the first question in the brief Q&A session that ensued, namely, is President Biden fit for office?
Do you think he's fit for office?
Yes, fit for office. President has three and a half years of delivering for us, going through what we've all been through. None of us are denying. Thursday night was a bad performance. It was a bad hit, if you will, on that. But it doesn't impact what I believe he's delivering. What we saw in there today was a guy who was the guy that all of us believed in the first time, who could beat Donald Trump and did beat Donald Trump.
Bottom line, the White House has pleaded with its Democratic allies for just a few days in which for President Biden to show that he remains fit for the presidency, both physically and cognitively, and they've ramped up his schedule in order to have an opportunity to display as much, including more campaign stops, a forthcoming sit-down interview with ABC News' George Stephanopoulos, and other kinds of unscripted events, once again designed to show that President Biden might not walk or talk as well or debate as well as he once did, as he said in Raleigh last week, but that he remains someone who is fit for the presidency. The truth is, a sword of Damocles hangs over President Biden's head with every single event that he does or holds or participates in at this point. The next one of those will be this evening at that celebration of July 4th with fireworks, in which President Biden, somewhere around 9 p.m. Eastern Time, is expected to give remarks. Sean and Emma.